Good afternoon, everybody. I couldn't think if it was morning or afternoon, but there we are. My name is Emma Heathcote, and I'm from the University of Birmingham. And what I'm going to do today is I'm just going to take you through a few things to consider when you're looking for a university to develop research. So if anybody is interested in enrolling at a British university for either a PhD or perhaps a 2-year master's degree by research, I'm just going to take you through a few considerations for you. Okay, so a few things that we're going to be looking at in the presentation. What is research? The real thing, Russell Group universities, how we go about measuring research and the impact that has on rankings and league tables, internationalization in relation to research performance, marketing position. Actually, you're going to have to develop some marketing skill to actually develop a research proposal which is attractive to the university. Okay, so marketing position for your research proposal. And also some pointers on how to develop this very precious thing, the relationship with a proposed academic supervisor. Okay, and just some useful resources at the end. Okay, so first of all, what is research? People talk about research and people look up to academic professors with awe. But in fact, you know, it's more than just being prestigious. It's more than sort of marching around the world from a good research university and showing off. In fact, in the UK, we receive research funding from our research councils, yes, but one very, very important thing about research is that it has to be applied. That means that not all research applications or applications for research funding are going to be funded. We only have a limited pot of research money. So it is very much about what is the practical application of the research that you are proposing. How will this be used in everybody's daily lives? How are you going to solve the problems of the world? The problems of the world are there because of people. People are the people who have the problems of the world. Okay, so there are no circumstances in the UK where you can receive research funding unless there is a direct application, either to industry or just to the general person on the street. And also, as I say, the funding availability. It really is a question of identifying problems that are, the greater the problem, the more extensive the problem, the more international, in fact, the problem, the more likely it is you're going to A, receive research funding, and B, have your research proposal accepted by a university. Okay. I know some of these things may be terribly obvious, but perhaps they do need to be said. Okay, so identifying a problem. And I've put here the real thing. This is what research is really about. And it's really sort of the heroes of humanity. Who are these people who are going to develop new medicines for healthcare, new ideas about maintaining the environment, renewable energies, you know, sending spaceships into outer space. You know, all these applications have been developed in universities. And in fact, universities work very closely with industrial partners because, as I said, research has to be applied. It also has to be innovative. It also has to meet a need or solve a problem. Okay, so at the University of Birmingham, we have something on our website which is called the Birmingham Heroes. And it's just to bring into, to put you in touch with the professors, the people who are developing the research. And it's these people that produce the research which position universities such as Birmingham or Nottingham in the league tables. And the higher that output is, the better quality that output is, the higher you go in the world league tables. This is very important for universities. So it's about identifying problems that are common to all people, that often transcend countries. They are not, limited by borders, transcend politics. It's also about branding. It's about university positioning. When you go onto a university website, you ought to know pretty soon what areas of research that university is famous for. It should be quite clear. If it's not clear, then I would question whether or not that research is of any value at all. Because universities brand themselves on research, and this is when I'm going to talk a little bit later about the Russell Group universities. Being a Russell Group university is like a badge. We're old establishments, yes, but we are branded as research universities, and we actually have to live up to that reputation. Okay, personalization of research. How does it impact on me, on you, on our families? How many people here have known somebody who died from cancer? Did you know that the University of Birmingham is a world-class leader in cancer research? That level of information should be clear when you go onto the websites. Okay? So as I say, when you're looking at university websites, and you're looking for the research expertise of that university, the university should be standing forward on the website and saying, look what we're good at. And if you have to struggle to find that information, I would question the university. A couple of things that our Birmingham heroes are good at. I mean, this is just, totally. I mean, this is not an extensive list. It's just a few of the things which I pulled together, which I thought might be of interest. Health and social care, education, the urban environment, global security, cancer, energy and fuels, aging, and the immune system, and social affairs. I mean, that is just a minuscule selection from the university portfolio of research. And this is how we present it, because as I said, research is not this mystifying area of a university that nobody ever has contact with. We actually are proud of our academic professors. We give them a profile. You can access all their research. But what's really good is that these professors actually give academic seminars, not just to their students or the people that they're supervising. They're actually open for the university, for people like you and me to go along and just find out what is going on in global security. What is going on in cancer research? So it's really good. This is the personalization, the personal face of research. Okay. Now I just want to talk a little bit about what we call the Russell Group universities. Actually, the Russell Group universities are, I think, exclusively the civic universities of the UK. And normally they're identified by their name, the University of Birmingham, University of Nottingham, University of Bristol, and so it goes on. There are some other institutions in London which are actually quite specialist. But if you were looking for a good research university, the Russell Group universities would be the place to start looking. Okay? They do vary in terms of subject expertise, but you will also find a great deal of collaboration between universities. So, for example, if you came to Birmingham and you were studying, let's say, energy, you probably would have a high level of contact, perhaps with other researchers and academics, probably at the University of Nottingham, for example, because we do collaborate in terms of research area. But in terms of a qualification, at the moment you still have to be linked to one particular university with a named supervisor.